1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 8.
Hey guys, it's Ryan Allen here, and in today's video we're going to be speaking about nutrition and the importance of cultivating an attitude of gratitude before we eat and whilst we're eating. Now, you may have just watched the mindful eating video, and this basically is the next step that we can start to adopt into creating a really healthy relationship with our nutrition and starting to create a gratitude practice and cultivating an attitude of gratitude throughout our everyday life. Now, real quickly, I feel it's important to go back to what is gratitude. Gratitude in the Urban Dictionary, let me bring it up so I can give you the exact definition. Gratitude is a way for people to appreciate what they have instead of always reaching for something new in the hopes that then it will make you happy, or thinking that we can not feel satisfied until every physical and material need is met. So gratitude helps us refocus on what we have and what to appreciate and focus on versus what we lack. So it puts us into a heightened state of awareness. So what is gratitude around eating, and why is this important? So after we've done our mindful practice and we've taken our 3 deep breaths and we start to mindfully eat, what we can incorporate into this practice before we digest our nutrition is cultivating an attitude of gratitude. And what this looks like is basically just appreciating what is sitting in front of us. And a really, really amazing saying that I learned from one of my mentors a couple of years ago is called, "How we do one thing is how we do most things." So if we start to adopt this really simple gratitude practice before we eat every meal, we're going to start to notice that our mind and our thoughts will start to focus on more things that we have in our life. And our mindset will start to shift into more of a state of gratitude, which will increase our overall happiness and well-being. So when we have our bowl of food in front of us, what I invite you guys to do is to start to think about what you're grateful for. Start to think about the farmers that grew the food. Start to think about the truck drivers that delivered this food to the supermarket. How grateful we are to have such amazing access to delicious and food that is going to support and nourish our body and our cells. Being grateful for our body to be able to taste the food that we're going to be digesting. Being grateful for our digestive system, for being able to digest and consume and take out the nutrients of what it is that we need. And what happens on a physiological level when we start to adopt an attitude of gratitude is it brings us more into our heart space, which Dr. Joe Dispenza has done many studies about the mind to heart coherence and what happens to the nervous system and the body when we start to bring ourselves into that frequency and that resonance of love, which is when we start to focus on gratitude. Is it calms down our nervous system, is it heightens our emotions, it brings us more into the present moment, and it's going to allow us to start to increase our well-being, and it's going to support our digestive system in digesting the food that we have in front of us, which is the #1 key to ensure that we are going to reach that vitality that we're aiming for on our health and wellness journey. So what this looks like, guys, a really simple step to walk away with from here to cultivate a gratitude practice with your eating is we can place our hands over the food before we're about to eat it. And what I do and what I coach my clients through here is imagine that there is some fairy dust or some magic golden sparkles coming down onto the food. And we want to take a few deep breaths and breathe into our heart center and start to cultivate an attitude of gratitude, being grateful for the farmers that brought this food to the store, being grateful for the money that you have to be able to buy this food, being grateful for your body to be able to digest the food. The list is endless here, guys, and the more that we start to look for different things to be grateful for with our nutrition, then we can start to take this out into our everyday life, and we'll start to notice our life start to shift before our eyes. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you got out what you needed in this to start to cultivate an attitude of gratitude around your nutrition and your eating. Start to notice a significant shift in your mindset and your well-being and an overall sense of happiness and an enjoyment of the food that you're having.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 8.